told your friend you're not okay.
I got up from my warm bed and walked to my room window, where birds were chirping in their melodious voice. I looked up at the sky and wondered, would it snow today? It was the start of November in Seoul, but it was so cold already. The cold wind was stinging on my cheeks, making me feel relaxed and blessed. I smiled. Scent of jasmine flowers coming from the backside of the garden. Mom loves gardening, that's why she has planted different colorful flowers and plants in our small garden, and she also takes good care of them. I closed the window as my hands and face started to get red. Then I crept to my walk-in closet from where I fetched a towel and then headed to the shower. Stepping onto the icy cold tiles, I turned the shower handle to allow the warm water to embrace my soft skin. Once I was done with the shower, I went back to my bedroom where I slipped into a floral frock along with my white shoes. I was never a girl that showed much skin, but then my mom told me that if I looked pretty, everyone would love me. She said that she was not talking about any man as she doesn't want me to attract someone. Rather, she wanted me to embrace my curves and transition into womanhood as I had turned 18. Well, I never got that why I need to dress up like that to look like a woman. I already really like to be with warm long sweaters, long overcoats, full sleeve clothes. But as I have no other option than listening to her, I had to change my all closet into fitted red short frocks which I was allowed to wear only in home, because if I ever have to go out I will have to wear tight fitted dresses. Otherwise I would look like a beggar according to my mom. After wearing the frock I walked to my huge vanity to apply a little bit of makeup on my face again. To look like a grown up woman I applied some cat eyeliner and then I turned my lips into a rosy with the help of my lip balm. I gazed at my reflection in the mirror and smiled before descending the stairs. I entered the kitchen where I saw my mom making the pancakes. I got surprised seeing how professionally mom was flipping the pancakes. Good morning, Mom, I said enthusiastically, adjusting myself on the counter chair. Mom looked back at me and smiled. Good morning, honey. Did you sleep well last night? She asked, smiling, dripping down some chocolate syrup on the pancakes. Of course, Mom, I replied, moving my leg. Sometimes I really admire my mom. I mean, she is 40 years old, but still she has maintained her figure so nicely. If you look at her, you won't believe that she has 18-year-old young daughter. She has no wrinkles or wrinkles on her face, neither she has dark circles under her eyes. Right now she was wearing an elegant black gown. She bun her hair with a black shiny pony and there was a red rose on her bun which she always carry with her, her black heels clicking on the floor whenever she makes a move. There was a decent amount of makeup on her face. Her lips were painted into a red velvet lipstick which she always applies. Maybe it's her most favorite shade. The breakfast is done, sweetie. You can have it, she said, placing the mouth-watering plate full of pancakes on a kitchen island. It looks so yummy, Mom, I said, looking at the delicious pancakes. I know, sweetie. Now shall we start? She asked, sitting on another chair next to me. I nodded and we both began to eat the pancakes. I was eating them peacefully until she decided to say something. Vian, tonight get ready in time. I am going to arrange a party where I will make you meet your stepdad. I also invited my rich friends and office colleagues. Not again, Mom, please. For God's sake, I am tired of all this drama, I said, placing the fork back in my plate. No drama, just get ready in time. Tonight at 8 o'clock, you will go with me in a party and that's final, she yelled, making me shut my eyes in a disbelief. I got myself up from the chair and went upstairs to my bedroom as I was not able to understand her. 5 years back when my father died, she really cried and almost fainted. She was really shattered and shocked. I still remember it was raining while my mom was stuck to that. She was crying heavily, but later, after some days, while I was playing with my toys, my room door swung open and it revealed my mom with a wide smile. I looked at her and then I looked at the man who was standing next to her. He gave me a sheepishly smile when I scrunched my eyebrows. Mom came inside and sitting on the bed beside me, she caressed my hair, making me look at her confused. Before I could ask her who was the guy, she spoke as an unexpected thing. She said that guy was my new dad. Seriously, it's been 6 months to my dad's death and she found an to for her. I was 8 years old that time, so I couldn't get it a lot and let it go. I accepted Minsu as my father. He was a nice father as he would brought toys and candies for me. Even he used to help my mom in house chores, but then 6 months passed to their marriage and mom divorced him, and when I asked her for a reason, she simply said that it was an expired date. Like for real, you know what happened after 6 months? I got my new dad, Jackson, who was a nice man until 6 months passed. So there was Genji, Juhu, Gayon, Felix, Munsi, David, and so on, as I didn't even remember some of their names. The 6 month record broke when she married Inmu for 9 months. He was a nice man. I knew it, the one who saw him knew it, everyone knew it, but my mom didn't as she loved him. Like why? He married her knowing everything. He took a good care. He promised her that he will make her happy. But see, it was not any other woman now. It was my mom. With a sigh, I found myself on the bed and closed my eyes. It was around 7:40 o'clock in the evening as I began to get ready. My mom was yelling at me from the staircase. I truly didn't want to attend this party, but knowing that my mom won't let me stay at ease, I will have to attend it in order to stay in this house peacefully. Mom also insisted me to wear a black gown, so I had to look girly like her. I fetched it out from my walk-in closet and looked at it with a groan. Mom's outfit around last week for me, and I never wore it as it was a party wear. It feels really great in a stunning way. Then I applied some glittery makeup on my face. I really hate applying makeup on my face and I hate taking it off more, but I said as I'm compelled. Well, I didn't do much to the point where I felt uncomfortable all night, but enough to make mom satisfied. I curled my hair and figured this made my long hair look more beautiful. I grabbed my phone from the bed and fetching out my shining black clutch, I started my phone and read. Then I ran downstairs where I got complimented by mom. Then I grabbed car keys and we both jumped inside, and then after few minutes of driving we got off. The venue was only few minutes away, so it didn't take us long time to arrive at the party. As we stepped inside, my mom got us a frock as it was decorated really nice. My mom smiled and waved at someone, and before I could see whom she did so, she grabbed my hand and started to hand me to the one of the corners. She stopped and releasing my hand, she spoke out. Viney, this is your dad, Jeon Jungkook, she said, smiling at the person. I looked up and my jaw dropped. My mouth was slightly opened. I was too stunned to form some words. My new stepdad, Jungkook. He was one of the most handsome men I have ever seen. He was possessing an irresistible allure with a hint of danger. His brown eyes were so icy and striking that I felt myself drowning in them. Hey, then what about nicely built abs, strong muscles, his tattooed hand, lip piercing at his height? He was perfect piece of an art. He exuded an indefinable air of authority. Surely this man won't be long. He was not only attractive, but he had dark and mysterious aura that can make anyone to. But why this man was my stepdad? No, that's not fair. I thought to myself and tried to shift my focus to my mom, attempted to devour the thoughts that had crossed my mind. Hi, nice meeting you, Ryan, he said with a heart-stopping smile. My mouth opened with wide, hearing sweet voice of him. Hi, I replied. As I knew if I looked up at him, my heartbeat will surely got out of my control, and I was afraid that they both might hear it. And I couldn't afford that. Suddenly, my mobile phone beeped as I fetched it out from the clutch and glanced at the caller ID. It was my friend Nancy. Hey, why did you call me? I whispered, forcing a smile to mom. Hey, what are you doing? Actually, I was getting bored. Let's hang out, she said in her enthusiastic, loud voice. I'm sorry, but I can't. I have a new stepdad again, and mom hosted a party as usual to announce that she has new. I don't get why she plans about it, I said in the most low tone, because I know if mom heard it, I'll be thrown out from the house. Oh, poor you. Well, don't worry, everything will be fine, and yeah, you enjoyed the party. she said, giggling, and cut the call. Stupid, I murmured to myself and looked at my stepdad. Then my dear mom held his hand and took him to the stage where she introduced her new husband to everyone. I'm so glad to share the most exciting news with all of you. This is my dear husband Jungkook and I love him a lot, she said. Everyone in the hall praised and cheered for mom as if she won a gold medal. I also clapped with no heart and fake smile. Her friends know really well that after 6 months she will find new, but no, they will still have to pat her back. Like seriously? After some time, honey, will you drive Ryan home? Actually, I wanna enjoy the night with my friends. You are already going, so please drop her home, she said, looking at him. No, mom, that's fine. I will go myself, I said, smiling at my mom. But in response, I had to face her glare, which made my mom shut mouth. Of course, I won't have any problem, dear, he said. Reaching the car, we both sat inside as he started the engine, and suddenly it started raining. We watched the drops of rain run down the window, calming down the loud sound. You close your eyes, resting your back on the seat as you smile to yourself. Jungkook looked at you while driving. The corner of his mouth lifted into a warm smile as he looked at you. So you like the rain? He asked. You opened your eyes and fixed your... Yeah, I do. Don't you? You asked, looking at him. No, it's not like that. Actually, I do like, but I think you like the rain more, he asked while smiling. Nodded as you looked outside the window. You are beautiful and sweet, he said, his lips formed a smile. Your heartbeat raced faster, hearing a compliment from him, and you were surprised that you had such a loud and fast heartbeat after meeting him. Jungkook's attractiveness made you forget about everything as you were enjoying each passing moment. Can I open the window? You asked hesitantly. Of course, you don't need to ask for a permission, he replied, staring at you. You turned your head to the window as your cheeks were heating up. You opened the window to let your hand free as the raindrops filled your hand. It's so beautiful and relaxing, you stated. Jungkook made an amusing look. He nodded as he understood that what you meant. You reached the home and you asked him if he will be okay to join her in home, which he nodded in yes, and you both walked inside the house. Jungkook plopped down on the sofa while you grabbed a glass of water for him. Thanks, he said, taking a glass from your hands. No problem, you said, sitting on the sofa in front of him. He took few sips of water and then placed the glass on the table as he stared at you. Did you go to gym? He asked. You hesitated, thinking that why he asked you about gym out of nowhere. No, I don't, but I do little bit of yoga and cardio exercises at home, you replied, smiling. He hummed in a response. So, do you have any boyfriend? Hey, please don't get me wrong. You don't need to answer if you feel uncomfortable, he said. No, that's fine. I don't have, you replied while your cheeks flushed. That's interesting. He stared at you while biting his lips. It's been 4 months since Jungkook have been living with you in your house. In these 4 months, you noticed change in Jungkook's behavior. You also like him, but you are afraid of your mom, so you hide your feelings inside your heart while Jungkook tries to get so, which makes you feel good. Right now, you are sitting in the living room with your mom spoke out. Cook, I'm feeling hungry. Can you please make something delicious for me? She said, fake hugging him while texting Eunwoo, her ex. Jungkook nodded, jerking her head away, and got up while looking at you as you were engrossed in your mobile phone. Brian, will you please help me in the kitchen to make pizza for your mom? He asked. Me? Would I help? You asked, looking up through your mobile phone. Dear, don't use your tongue. Help him to make pizza. She glared at you, making you sigh. You got up and followed him to the kitchen. Brian, you cut the toppings. I will make the dough and I will do cooking and decorating the pizza, he said. You nodded and started to cut the vegetables. You were cutting the vegetables when Jungkook asked you to handle the pizza sauce. You searched for it around but couldn't find it. Mom, where is the pizza sauce? You asked loudly from the kitchen. It's on top cabinet, dear, she yelled while texting Yunwoo. Okay, you said and tried to raise your hands up to reach the cabinet but couldn't. You didn't want to disturb him as you saw him cooking the vegetables. You jumped on the floor and tried to open the cabinet, but your feet slipped before a full wipeout occurred. You felt a strong pair of hands. You looked at Jungkook with your heartbeat getting out of your control. Are you okay? He asked. His eyes fixed on you. You nodded shyly. It was so good that you couldn't resist, making him smirk internally. Until your mom called for you in the living room, snapping you back to the reality. Then you all had pizza in dinner, which was made by Jungkook. 2 weeks later, your mom divorced Jungkook as she went to LA. According to her family, she found love of her life, Yeonwoo, with whom she stayed. She wanted to spend her rest of life with him. She also knew about Jeon Jungkook as she had no problem because she said that everyone has right to live their life according to their own terms. Right now the house was quiet and empty, so you decided to do your daily yoga routine. Jungkook was at work, so you found the liberty doing yoga in the living room as it was some spacious. Then your room, suddenly the sound of the front door opening and closing made you look back. Your cheeks turned into tomato when you saw Jungkook walking slowly in the living room. Jungkook bit his lips, staring at you. Look like wine is what he said. You started to blush heavily, so you excused yourself. But before you could step forward, he said, 2 hours later, sorry little bird, he said with a smirk.